Hi everyone, my name is Miss Witt and I am the 5th grade teacher here at SFDA, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 2 ways that I feel most connected to God. And the first way is actually very similar to our other teachers here at our school, and it's when I'm with certain people. For me, I think of it very generally as well, that I was able to grow in my faith so much by being surrounded by like-minded people. I was away from the Catholic faith for a little while, just was going through a bit of a rough patch, but when I came to NAU for college, that's when I dove back into my faith and surrounded myself with people who wanted to see me grow and wanted to call me higher. And so looking back on that time, I was able to be around people who I knew would look at me and say, I really want to see you come to Mass with me on Sunday, or I really would love for you to join me in adoration on Friday, or things like that. I really found people who wanted the best for me, and they truly loved me in the sense where they wanted what was good for me, even if it meant calling me out on something that maybe I wasn't doing, or maybe something that I was doing that wasn't good for me. And so living in communion to me means surrounding myself with people who will do that for me, but also that I have a ton of fun with. And so I do have a picture for you all. This was from Easter about 3 years ago, and I have it framed because it's one of my most joyful moments in my whole life. But it was the first time that I really celebrated Easter for what it was, the celebration of Jesus' resurrection from the dead. And I, instead of kind of, hunting for eggs or eating candy or things like that, like I really celebrated with these friends, and we had this little party at a house, and my friend captured this candid moment of us dancing and I have it framed because it was that much fun. It's really hard to see, but yeah, there we are, just dancing, having a great time. And for me, when I look at that picture, I don't just look at the memory, but I look at how grateful I am for living in communion with those people, and for those people who were the ones running with me towards holiness, and that's the ultimate goal. And so for all you students who are watching this, the people sitting around you right now are those people for you right now in your life. You get to go to this wonderful school where we can talk about Jesus every day, and who better to run with towards heaven, who better to grow with than the people sitting around you, right? And so my challenge for you today is to think of ways that you can grow in holiness with these people. How can you grow in communion with the people around you or the people at home? How can you grow in relationship with your siblings or things like that? And my challenge for the adults that are watching this is, how can you get involved in your parish community? So how can you get involved here at SFDA, or create a place in your home where people can gather and talk about the big things in life? So whether that's joining a Bible study or starting a Bible study, or coming to Mass more often, or things like that, I just strongly encourage you to make that a priority in your life, because I know for me, it was so pivotal. We feel so connected to God when we are with other people, because that's what we were made for. We were made for that relationship with others and with God. And so that's my challenge for you today, one of my challenges. But my second way that I feel closest to God is just by learning about Him. This is a very new thing for me, just within the last year or so, where I feel that I have grown closer in my relationship with God by just learning about who He is, and even learning about His Son Jesus, who came down from heaven to save all of us from our sin. And not only back then when Jesus's passion and death and resurrection happened, but even now in the present day, learning about how Jesus wants to be with me now and how He is with me now. And so for me, diving into that and reading as much as I can and talking to people and praying about it, asking Jesus to reveal who He is to me, that's a way that I've found that I have grown in my relationship with God is just by learning about him. So similar, like when you have a new friend, you want to sit down and have coffee with them and talk with them to get to know them, right? And so that's how I feel with my relationship with Jesus in the present day, is just continuing to reach out and have that relationship be a two-way street, and to really learn to love him for who he is, and for him to love me for who I am. And so this manifests in a lot of ways for me, but recently it's just learning about the life of Jesus when he was here on earth. What did he do? What was it like living with Mary and Joseph? What was it like going out of his comfort zone to, bring in his apostles, things like that. And so for me, I find a lot of truth in that, and truth often leads to beauty and to love, and so that's something for me too that has really helped me grow in my faith and grow my relationship with God. And so my second challenge for you is to just keep learning. As Catholics, I feel that we are lifelong learners, and so even for the students out there, even after you leave SFDA, keep learning. Okay, we can never learn everything about the faith in our lifetime, but that shouldn't stop us from trying. We should keep learning and keep striving to learn as much as we can, because ultimately that truth is going to lead us to communion with God, and that's what we're made for. That's the ultimate goal. So thank you for watching. I hope that this is helpful. If anyone ever wants to stop me and talk about it, I would love to help guide you in this as well, or if you have any questions or anything like that. I'm just a little question away, so feel free to reach out to me, and I hope you all have a blessed weekend, and I will see you later. Bye.